Okay then. Well, how'd it go?
I did only through first six. One, two,
That's
three,
pretty
four.
good.
But it's pretty rough. It's pretty like crude and like no vowel. I need to attempt to do vowels and accents and all that.
Well, you don't have to worry about accents.
You know how it changes, like if it's in construct or something.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like pointing it shifts.
Well, you're just gonna have to show me what you did.
Well, it's gonna, like I say, yeah, it's kind of rough, but because I've never done this before.
Well, yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but I did practice typing it out.
How'd that go?
It wasn't that bad. You got to kind of get used to it, you know?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be super slow, but no.
I think I know what I did wrong here with my microphone. Yeah, I sort of kind of forgot to turn it on. So let me see if I can fix it. Okay, now can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, let's see what you have. How do you want to do this? Are you at a computer right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you do it on a computer or did you write it out?
I did both.
All right, well, how about I think you can share your screen. How about you share your screen and show what you've got?
Okay.
And let me close the door so my
All
dog
right.
doesn't bother us. You learned how to do the accents.
Oh no, that was like the practice.
And you didn't put in vowels in the other ones?
Right. No.
All right, well, I
So we
would
have
like,
verse 2 right there.
uh-huh. So I would like for you to point that for me.
Well, see, that's what I said I didn't get to do.
I know, let's do it.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I can do it live. Uh, I haven't really learned that yet
Oh,
because, like, I don't know how you do it, but I switched to Hebrew and then I put this up,
uh-huh.
and that's how I worked through it.
Okay. Will you point the vowels? What keyboard are you using for the
Uh,
Hebrew?
which keyboard?
Yeah. Where did you get it from?
It's Windows.
Oh, Windows can't do vowel points. I don't think.
It it can, but I haven't like really figured it out. Like
Here, do this. Let me find something for you. Despite what Jason says.
like there are some vowels here, like, but I didn't go through doing that.
Check this out here. I'm going to send a link. There, I sent a link to the group about to a Hebrew keyboard. That's the one I use. So that way, when you use this keyboard, your vowels will correspond to the English. So to type a patach, you would type A. To type a kametz, you would type shift A. Segol is E. Sere is shift E. Like it's all, it corresponds.
Ah. Hmm.
All right, so how do you want to do this? Let's practice pointing. Can you do that, or will it take like a while for you to find the vowels?
Let's see. I see some, but not all. Let's see that. Oh, there's something. Hmm. Let's see. Yeah, well, I mean, we can try.
Yeah, let's try.
All right.
I will say you're missing some consonants.
That's possible and likely.
Hello. Welcome. You're outside. I can't hear you, I don't think. Nope. But you're not
Can you guys
muted.
hear me?
Yeah, there you are. Yep. Boy, this headset is really big on me, isn't it?
I'd open my camera, but it's really distracting with the sun on my face.
Oh, you're
Like-
driving home?
I'm in the car. No, I'm parked.
Are you waiting on your
waiting.
kids?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I got my laptop here, my notebook, but it's been a little slow for me on this thing.
Well, that's okay. Did you practice typing?
I've done some typing before, but I still struggle with accents.
I don't
Or I
care
mean,
about accents.
Vowels. Vowels.
Okay, vowels. Okay. That makes sense. So what you got, Samuel? What do you think?
Well, I'm guessing that they would continue with the Vav consecutive.
Correct.
So it'd be a patach under the Vav,
A patach, not a patach.
Pat-
A
patach.
pathak.
up to patach.
Pathak. Patach.
Patach.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're missing something. The Lord spoke. What are you missing? In the first word.
Oh, I see. Because it's the, yes.
Third masculine singular.
The yod, right?
Yep.
And would that have the dagish?
No. Not in the, well, yeah, no, it would not. Do you remember why it wouldn't?
How do you type the yod?
I just push Y.
That's
I left a link. I left a link to the keyboard I use where the Hebrew and English letters and vowels correspond to the English. So I'm not sure what Jason sent you, but
yeah. I can't find the yod.
The yod is well, I'm using the Windows keyboard and it's the H.
that's weird.
The J for me, actually, I found it.
Oh. Yeah, I guess this is modern Hebrew.
Hmm.
Anyway, okay, so I don't know why it doesn't take a Dagish.
Remember Jason talked about the Skinnem-Levy rule?
Mm-hmm.
When there's a Dagish under these certain letters, it loses the Dagish. So it happens
Well,
in any past narrative verb that starts with a yod. So vayihi, vayidaber, things like that, with a shava under it.
with a Shiva under it. Okay.
Mhm.
So does Shiva go under the Yod?
Yes,
Hmm,
because deber occurs in the PL.
Okay.
And the Shva is, what is it?
Characteristic of the PL pattern.
So there has to be a Dagish in the bait, right?
Correct.
Mm. Oh, no. No, that's not it. I'm not sure if I found the Dagish yet. Oh, there it is.
Maybe using the Logos keyboard would be easier.
Well, yeah, but I have to go download it. I can
Yeah, you don't
stop
need to
this.
do it. You don't need to do it now, but for
Okay.
next time,
Yeah.
maybe next time, because all the letters and the vowels correspond to each other in English. So like
That would be
Yod
really
is Y,
helpful.
Dalet is D, Bait is B, except for the weird ones like Tet is T is T is Tav and F is Tet. So some
Hmm.
of them are weird. I think J is also Yod because it can be translated like a J.
So what did you do to add a Dagish?
Huh?
What did you do to add a Dagish?
On the bait, yeah.
What did you do? What did you press?
I press alternate, right alternate, and it was the S, alternate S.
Oh,
Wow. That sounds very not intuitive.
Oh, none of it's intuitive.
Well, the Logos keyboard is intuitive.
Okay, good.
if I do that with a bait in the Alt key, it doesn't.
Okay, just tell me how you would. Okay, hang on. Um, let's do this. So I'm going to copy your text that you have, and I will point the vowels as you tell me to point them.
Okay.
How about that?
Yeah, I'll probably be faster.
Uh, let me stop the share. Okay. Now, give me a second to type this. Let's see. SBL Biblit. Okay, so Daber Adonai El Avraham Uh, uh, Hine. Okay. And then the next one, I'll do the next one too, just so we don't have that. Uh, okay. So does this match yours? Hang on. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Do these consonants match your consonants?
Well, I mean, I'm making mistakes all over the place, but overall, kind of.
Overall, kind of. Was there
Yes.
something that you would do differently than this? I actually accidentally put a vowel in there.
Mhm.
This is arguable. Yesh ra'av. There is a famine. You could do
Yeah, I
this
put that.
differently. Okay.
I just didn't have the McCafe connecting them.
You don't have to. But if you didn't have the, in some cases, if you don't have the makef, in this case, it doesn't affect it, but having a makef changes the accent, so it may reduce vowels. Like instead of, if you had, let's say you had, um, Bain Yisrael. Yisrael. If you had the makef connecting it, it would be Ben. It would reduce to a short vowel. So sometimes the makef affects the vowels, but in this case it doesn't. So what else is different? You may not have this.
Oh yeah, I don't have that.
That's fine. Do you remember what that means?
Yeah, like please.
Please, or in traditional grammar, the not indicates the imperative. It's
Hmm.
just something that goes with the imperative. But yeah, please take. The theological explanation against it is, well, it can't be please because God doesn't make requests. So that
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. But that's reading theology into the text. So
Mm-hmm.
where did Slav go?
I don't know.
Maybe-
It dropped out. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Anything else that's different?
Yeah, I had trouble finding I think the Yarash, what you possess. I had trouble finding that word.
Actually, this is wrong. This is a true first yod verb. So it would actually be yirashta. Oh no, this is imperfect. So no, it wouldn't. Never mind. It's just a regular imperfect or a regular perfect. Shamar, shamra, shamarta, yarashta.
Hmm. Hmm.
Makes sense?
Take. Hmm. Would it be imperfect or perfect?
All that you have, all that you possess, it would be perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If it were imperfect, it would be yirashta. Or no, it would be tirash. So if you had this, you maybe could make an argument for tirash. So that might work.
Hmm.
Any other differences in the consonants?
Other than my mistakes, no.
Well, are there any other mistakes?
Oh yeah, plenty.
Okay. Any questions on those mistakes?
No, let's see. Is there any way to say in the first sentence, like to, I don't know if I'm imagining that or what, like for Vayomer, we have
Uh-huh.
Vayomer Elav.
Uh-huh.
Is there any way that that could be combined, like Vayomerav or something?
No.
Like he told him?
Nope.
Hmm.
Not if it's a vav consecutive, no. And yeah, usually you could have this, you could have low as well, but usually it would be elav. And notice you just read this without vowels.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't have the alav there.
Elav. Like that.
Alav. Kine yesh ra'av. Yeah, that was the only mistake in the first one.
Okay, so how would you point these words then? I think you had this.
Yes. And we had the dogish and the bait, and I would guess a sari
Yes. Very nice.
right up there.
And you don't have to put vowels here on this. But if you wanted to, it would be like that. And then L,
Is it a-
right? Huh?
Why is it a Sarid there, not a Segol? On
Because-
Eid Fair.
Because the pointing of the PL is Y Sha Mer with a seri.
Mm,
PL, 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 PL.
okay.
Now, if you had a makef, well, we'll run into that if we get to it, but that could reduce down if there's a makef attached to it. Like Ben and Bane. That's why I pronounce the Sere as A, so I don't get confused with the Sere and the Segol in my head, because I'm an auditory person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so we know Avraham, right? Av Ra Ham. And then how do you point this? Vayomer.
For the patach under the vav,
Uh-huh.
and the column,
What else?
and the segol under the mem. Vayomer.
What else?
Oops. The Shabbat under the yod.
Nope.
Hmm.
What about a Dagesh in the Yod?
Yeah, well, I guess because there's no Shabbat under it, right?
Right, right. So it
Mm.
will take. It's not anytime there's a Yod there. It's anytime there's a Yod with a Shava underneath it. And even
Shabbat.
then, it's not any time. It's common to do that. But even that doesn't happen all the time. Good. So Vayomer Lav or Lo
Hmm.
can Marcelo, can you point some of these?
Sure.
Cool.
That's a Hurik under the Hey. And there's a Sere under the noon,
Yep.
an A.
And also a Dagesh. I think it's double.
Oh,
Now, how would you point this next one?
Yesh, so to go under the Yod.
Yes. What about if there wasn't a Makef there?
Uh, there wasn't a makef. Would it be like a double yod?
Nope,
No.
it would be yesh with a sere.
Oh, okay.
So the reason why it reduces down again, like we had with, well, we haven't had it, but I gave an example. Because it is connected with a makaf, the accent shifts. And so since the accent shifts, the vowel reduces from yesh with a sere to yesh with a segol.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So with a makef, it's a sere, and without a makef, it's a segol. So yesh,
Ra'av, is it, it's not too patach, it's too, gosh, I forgot the name now of the T one.
I knew you were gonna say that. That's what one of my classmates in high school called it. He couldn't remember the name. He's like, the T thing. The teacher was like,
Goodness.
excuse me, the
I
T
know.
thing. Kamats, kamets,
Kamat,
comets.
Kamet. Two kamets,
Yes.
Ra'av. And then Be'eret, so it's a dagesh in the bait with the shva under it, and two segols, Eret.
Okay. In the land. Not in a land. In the land.
Oh, so it'd be Ba'aretz,
Yes.
Patach,
No,
Patach.
kamets,
Kamet.
kamet.
It's Kamet.
Yes, because why?
Because it's the definite article
Yes.
that gets enveloped in there.
Well, yeah, and the ayin can't take a dogish, right? So it ricochets back to the vowel and lengthens it.
Yeah.
Good.
So it's the ein instead of olive.
I'm sorry. Auditory moment.
Oh, it is an olive.
It is an olive.
Yeah.
Auditory moment.
Okay.
Okay, Samuel.
Uh, Lakin, would that be a comets and a seri?
Yep.
And kach.
Isn't this is infinitive, right? Like can?
No, that's a conjunction. Therefore.
Oh, therefore, never mind.
Yeah, that's a separate word, laken.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Is it a comets under the kov?
No. What's the imperfect of lakach? Yikach, right?
Yitkach. Uh-huh.
Mhm. So it stays patach.
With a patach.
Mhm. Patach.
Patach.
Yep. And if you have na here, that's a kamats.
That's
Et.
right.
How about this word?
It's the
Wait,
Hirik.
Uh-huh.
Can you go back to the ka-na? Is it kahat or not?
No, kachat is the infinitive.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
infinitive absolute form. Remember the imperative is just the imperfect minus the prefix. So you
Mhm.
take off the yod and you're left with kach. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
And if you have a makef here, this is another example. It's et. If you don't, it's 8.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, so you did the Hirik.
The Dagish and the Shin.
Yes, I think I forgot that one.
And the whole on over the Vav.
What?
Or whoa, sorry. I mean that comets in the Tav.
What? A kametz in the tav?
In the
In the
Kaf.
kaf. What
Yeah.
about the tav?
Shiva.
And what about the sheen? Well,
I don't know.
Is that another Shiva?
yes. Ishtaka.
Hmm.
What about this next one?
Hmm.
Marcelo, can you do this next one?
So the Shva and then a Segol. Then
If it's connected with a makef, it would be.
okay, so then it's Sere. Well, Makef, then yeah, Segol. That's what I had on mine. Segol,
Yep,
Makef,
if you have a makef.
and then I have Kamet, Kamat, Shva. So Kamat Teneri Aleph, Shva, right?
Like that?
Ach, ach, isn't it supposed to be a bait?
Well, this is supposed to be a chet.
Oh, head. Okay.
Are you said
Ah,
a shiva under this?
No, that would be a God, I'm getting my vowels confused.
You're on you're on the right track.
Hirik,
Yes.
Hirik, and then it's just a kamet, right? Under
Correct. There's just
the
one little thing.
Achisa.
Achicha. There's just one thing.
Oh, is that
Remember?
supposed to be a U vowel,
Yes.
which is kibbutz?
No,
That's-
just a shurik.
oh.
Uven.
Sure. Open. I need to write these. I'm writing these on my notebook and I'm making a mess. I need to either learn how to write it on the keyboard or use a pencil.
Yeah, using the pencil is wise. It is wise. Good. All right. Good. Okay, Samuel.
Is there a Shava under the Vav?
Yep.
And the Kol
Wait,
would be the
what's going on here? Oh, it's on English.
Kamet Hatuf. Or wait, no.
Yes. Yes. Don't
Is it
second
that one?
guess. Yes. Don't second guess yourself. V'chol, because since there's a makef there, it reduces down. Or it could be v'chol without a makef.
Oh,
You could have either one of those.
for Asher, it's the Hataf, Patach,
Mm-hmm.
the Segol.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Yarashta,
Yarashta.
Yarashta.
Accent on the resh.
Mm,
Go. What does it say? What does it say? Get up and go down or go and go down? The text.
And go down.
That's it?
Oh, what you possess and go down.
And go
I
down.
think
So
so.
we don't need that. Okay.
Mhm. Mm. Oh.
What's the imperfect form of yarad? You will go down. Teiraid. So to take the imperative, lop off the prefix, and you're just left with raid.
Mm.
So vodred. Makes sense?
Mm-hmm. Go down.
This would probably be all be connected with the makef. But you don't have to have the makef. So you know L, right?
Yeah. Red. No. Mm. Sure. Would that have the two Segols?
Mm-hmm. It's a seglet.
And it's Rayim. The Herrick, it's and the Shava and the Patach.
Mm-hmm. Key.
Mm.
Here's the rest. Yesh lechem b mitz Ryan. Okay. This is another example where if you had a makef, instead of yesh lechem, you would, if it was conjoined, it would be yesh lechem, because the accent shifts. Yesh lechem. Instead of yesh lechem as two separate words, you read it as one. Yesh lechem. But you don't have
Right,
to
but
have that one.
it's a sheen, not a seen.
Correct.
Yesh.
Yes. All right, next. Need to copy down. I'll give the consonants.
This is 4 now.
I believe so.
You guys got, you went past that, Samuel?
Did you go past
Yeah,
this?
I only got to 6. But
Oh,
I was
boy.
just doing consonants, no vowels, and I'm messing up a lot. So, it's not
I,
hard.
I didn't get more than 3, sorry.
That's
Ah.
okay. We'll do this together. I can't help but type the vowels. This isn't right. Okay. I don't think we need a, all right. What do we think? Does that, first of all, does that match what you have? And where it doesn't, are there questions? Is it disgusting that I can do this fast? It's not all this straightforward.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Questions?
It's roughly what I have.
All right, well, let's point it. I'll let you take a stab at this one since Marcella didn't get this far.
Hmm. Will there be a patach under the vav? Or yeah. Hmm. Yeah, and I just don't know if there would be a Shiva under there.
Nope,
Um,
it's a call. Vayas.
hmm.
Because what's the, yeah, this is weird because it's a third hay, so the hay's gonna fall off.
Uh,
And also a Dagesh, of course, right?
yeah, I was gonna ask.
Mm-hmm.
Vayas. Hmm.
I'm not sure if this part should go here. I think this should go here. I think prepositional phrases come at the end. But I suspect it could also go here. Does that make sense? So there's two possibilities for that one.
Mhm.
So get pointing. What about kasher?
Uh, Is there a shiva under the cough?
Yes, but what kind? How many syllables is it?
3?
So what has to happen? Vowel has to reduce. Remember, Hebrew loves 2-syllable words. So ka, asher. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You seem pensive about that. Do you have a question?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I just don't know. I mean, I just don't know what it would be.
That's what it is. Ka
Yeah.
asher.
Okay.
What about the next word? Remember, if you get hung up on a word, I don't want you to spend like 20 minutes on a single word. Let's say the maximum you should spend on a word is 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, this will take you like the whole semester to do.
Yeah. So,
You're pronouncing this correctly without vowel points. I'm proud. Tsava is a PL.
So that means the Dagesh has to be in R2. And
Has to be a Hirik at the beginning, right?
right, it's perfect. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Whoops. What else?
Would that be a patok?
Nope. Patox can't go with Hayes. Hayes mark long vowels, right?
Comment.
Kamats or kamets or kamets or however you want to say it.
Oh.
Tsava. Because it's an open long A. Remember vowel letters? Vowels that mark a long vowel or letters that mark a long vowel because they didn't have vowels at the beginning, so they used letters to indicate long vowels, and the hey is one of those letters. So it would be a kamets, kamets, comets, kamats, however you want to say that.
Hmm.
So is the next one just a Sagol and is it a Kamatz again?
Close. Sere.
Oh, sorry.
This also happens, but not as common. Alav. Upon him.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hello.
So now we're back into standard narrative.
That's patah, hirik. Patah, right? Another
Yep.
patah.
What else?
Dagish under the yod. No.
Yes. One more thing. Tricky thing.
Uh,
Either of you?
is it another dagesh on the in
Yes.
the
Why?
because it's a closed syllable?
No,
No.
because lakach is a first lamed verb that behaves like a first noon.
Oh, yeah.
So this is an assimilated lamed. And I think
Wow.
this is the only word in the Hebrew language that does this. That's not a noon.
Simulated lamed.
Or you could say it looks like an assimilated noon verb. Looks like a first noon.
Okay.
This et would be et with eight with a sere or et with a segol.
This one is Segol
Why?
because of the makef.
Yes. Very nice.
So this is ashtecha.
Not ashtecha. What's woman?
Oh, ishtecha.
Ish. Ish.
Yeah.
That's
The
the
two
Uh,
Shavas.
Yes. Ish. Techa. With a dagish and a tav too. Right?
and that's because
Because it's a bagad kafat. Well, ish. Yeah, because it's a bagad kafat letter starting a syllable.
okay.
It's a dagish call.
Okay.
Now, what if I had a an atnach here? Wonder if I can do it. Nope, I don't know how to do the atnach.
So what would it change if there's a not?
It would, because it would be in pause, right?
So it'd be just,
Ishtecha.
oh yeah,
If there was a atnach there, which there could have been.
and it's a segol.
Yes, it lengthens from a shava to a segol. But I think it's ishtecha.
Mm-hmm.
And again, a dagish and Nashin. Now, okay,
But
so
there's
here's
also there's a
the-
dagish forte
a
on
dagish for
the top too.
a dagish call. Yes.
Oh.
Now, do you know, and this is theoretical, why is it this? Can
Why
you
is it
guess?
what?
Why is it Isha with a dagish?
Don't know.
Because originally it went from ansh to inch to, actually, it would be ashat to ishat to, I'm sorry, inshot to ishat to isha. That's the
Wow.
kind of thing we're going to be doing when we do the historical reconstructions. So in other words, this was originally an assimilated noon that remained.
Mm.
And we get that idea because what is the plural? Nashim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And men, anshe, men of. That noon is there.
Hmm.
Fascinating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
long A goes to short I, in shot to ishat to isha. And that's why the construct is ashet, because of that original feminine tav that was on it before it fell away. So a lot of the archaic features, the old features of Hebrew remain in the construct, and that's how we know these things. Also what it does in Arabic. Because the remarkable thing about Arabic, for as old as it is, it's undergone very little changes. So before there was things like Ugaritic and Akkadian and Babylonian, Arabic was the basis upon which we did comparative Semitics. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that fun? I think this is fun. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
if I gave you a word like davar, or let's say I gave you a word like sefer, and you'll learn this. It starts originally as sipru with a long U. The U drops, so you get sipper. Then what they add is an anaptictic vowel. It's basically they add a vowel in between, sifer, and then you have the echo E, sefer. Fun?
Hmm.
But you're going to learn all about that. Well, I mean, we're not going to do a whole lot of them, but we're going to do some.
Hmm.
So if I gave you a word, you would trace it. So you would do it like this. Well, you wouldn't have to, but you could do it like this if you wanted to, if this helps. Sifru. To sipper. And that
How do we know? How would we know where to start?
Because the base vowel is usually a long U. Because that's the noun form in Proto-Semitic.
Okay.
Either sipru, you would either start it based on Akkadian, you would start with sipru or siprum if you want. That's the nominative Hebrew form. Old Paleo Hebrew had cases. Does that make sense? So in other words, we're taking it from Paleo Hebrew to Biblical Hebrew.
Yeah.
So sifru to sifr. You can't have that You can't have a double Shiva there except in verbs. 2, so it's gonna lengthen to Sefer. And then under the accent, Sefer. Fun, right? Anyway. Good. So we got through, we'll look at this. We got through what Marcelo finished. Didn't we? Or did you get to 4?
No,
we're-
you're on 4.
Yeah, we're on 4.
Okay. So see how we're doing. We have 8 minutes. You want to start this next one or you want to call it a day?
Well, we're about halfway through.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, we're-
halfway through 4.
We can finish.
Oh, this is 4. Okay, let's finish it. Who is doing it?
We're kind of both kind of doing.
Yeah, we're both
All
shooting
right.
at it.
Yeah, shoot at it. The 2 of you, go ahead. Rapid fire.
So
Throw spaghetti on the wall and see if it sticks.
Yeah.
It's just like before Vaben, right?
What about the rules of Shiva? It should be Uven, right?
Uven.
Remember the bump Shiva rule? Whoops. If
In turn,
bump, what's going on here? Why is it doing that? If a Shiva happens before a bait, mem, or a pay, right?
yeah.
Mm.
Or a Shiva, it goes to ooh. The bump
Okay.
Shiva rule. So Uven, since there's a makef,
And that's Achiha.
Achiv.
Achiv.
It's his brothers, right? His brother.
Achiv.
Achiv.
So
Mhm.
it's a Kamet. Kamet.
Hirik.
Yes.
Mhm. This is different. I'll just give this to you. Flock or herds. The flocks. So no. Remember tzon, sheep?
Yeah.
And then is this what you had for cattle or herds?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had the Dagesh and bait. With the comments under it.
Yes. I think that's right. No, it's not. Uvakarim. Because it's a Dagash call, right? And Dagash calls lose, they go away. So it's since it's before a long vowel, the Dagash drops. We didn't cover that much. But in Genesis 1, you have, and there was evening and there was morning. Let's take an example. Vayhi erev. Vayhi boker. But there's a long vowel before it. A hirik yod, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's Vayhi Voker. Nitpicky,
Mm.
but that's the way it is. And we already did it here. We did it, no, we didn't. Never mind.
So Zuv Karim.
Uv Karim. Mm-hmm.
So it's Kamet Dirdik.
Mm-hmm.
Kamat Dirk.
Pyrrhic Yod, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And you could have either of these. Which one did you pick?
The first one.
And how did you point it?
Comets Segol.
Atem
That's what I did. Yes.
with them.
Tim.
This is you, right?
What was I thinking of?
This is you. You masculine plural. Atem. Hu, he, ata, at, ani, atem, aten.
Tim. Yeah.
So not atem, but
Etim.
etam.
Etum.
Etam. And there's a dagish in the tav, I believe. Why do you think there's a dagish in the tav? It's what we just went over with Isha. If that wasn't information overload.
The
It's in a,
form.
it was theoretically possibly an assimilated noon.
Mm.
Intam became etam.
In an older form.
Yes, and the same here. Imam. Imam in the paleo form. El Mitzrayim. Whoops. And how did you parse this? And he dwelled there. I mean, not parse this, pointed it. How did he point it?
Is it Vayoshev?
Not quite. Almost. Samuel?
Is it via Shove?
Nope. You're thinking of return.
Yeah, I am.
Vayeshev. Vayeshev. That's because this, the imperfect of Yashav is Yeshev. This is gonna drive Jason crazy, but I'm gonna pronounce my E's long so you can distinguish between the vowels. Otherwise it can get confusing. And since, I'm sorry, no, there's not two yods in this. Yeshev. And then since you add the past narrative on it, the Vav consecutive, the accent shifts. I'm sorry, this should be Yeshev. The accent should be on the second syllable. Once you add the Vav consecutive on it, Vayeshev, it shortens. the second Sere to a Segol. Vayeshev. Vayeshev Sham. Easy enough, right? Not so much,
Mm-mm.
huh?
Well, not for me.
But it's making sense.
Yes.
Are you tired? Does your brain hurt?
I'm surprised I can kind of get some of these vowels.
You were tracking.
I'm not
You're
very
tra-
good, but I'm not too far off.
Well, no, please don't take this the wrong way, but you did better than I thought you would. Not meaning that you sucked, but meaning that since it's totally new, I wasn't sure how well you were going to do. So you both did well for a first time. All right.
Thank you. Yeah, and Slav said that he coaches a soccer team and one of his players lost the key, so he had to go help him.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
So, it's Tuesday. Do a little bit more for Thursday and we'll see how far we can get. And for Thursday homework, depending on how far we get on this, I might have us read a little bit of English Hebrew grammar. Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you like this so far?
Yeah, I like this. That's cool.
Good. All right. Well, I will see you folks and I will upload this as soon as I can.
Cool.
I feel
Okay.
like that's a better promise to make.
Yeah.
But Marcelo, I was telling Samuel that I did upload last week's video to the Hebrew Cafe YouTube page.
Cool.
So I will send I will send you a link.
And I guess we better go to Jason's forum, otherwise he will delete it all.
Yeah, I've been going.
Jason,
It sounded like he was sad. He was like, "Oh, nobody's going to the thing. I'm gonna."
I kept telling him to relax. He thinks if he does something and he puts work into it and nobody acknowledges it, then nobody cares, which is not true.
Right.
I told him that people were busy and they may have not had a chance. Like
Right,
he wrote a paper and asked me 3 times to read it. And I was like, I haven't read it yet. I'm working on the translation for tonight. I'll read it later. But yeah, he takes things personally. I keep telling him he needs to not learn to not take things personally.
Yeah.
Jason, if you're watching this, don't take things personally. We don't mean to offend you or make you sad. In
Yeah.
fact, when we make you sad, it makes us sad. So stop it. All
Yes.
right.
All right, guys.
Amen.
Thank you.
All right. See you, folks.
All right,
Thanks for
bye.
coming. I'll post this on I'm going to make a Google Classroom for advanced. So I'll send you a link to that and I'll put the videos on it and I'll put any handouts or work in class that we do on it. Does that
Perfect.
sound good? And
Yeah.
I actually have uploaded. Do you guys know what Twitch is? I have been streaming video games, but I thought, hey, Peculiar Pastor is in my name. If I'm going to make these handouts for these students, maybe I should Twitch it. Maybe I should stream it. And I had more viewers for that than I did for my video games.
Oh.
So I'm gonna subscribe to you now, since it's not just video game content.
It's not just video game content.
All right.
But what we might end up doing is make a Twitch channel for the Hebrew Cafe and make it dedicated Hebrew content.
Mm.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So, yeah. So we'll see how it's doing. I just thought, hey, I need to work on this, and if there are interested Hebrew people out there, maybe they'd like to see it. And sure enough, there were. So
Nice. Cool.
All right. Well, if
right.
you see me streaming a video game, feel free to ignore it. But if you see me doing Hebrew, feel free to drop by and say hello. It was
Okay.
just kind of like an epiphany. All right. I'll see you guys next Thursday at 7 or 6 your time again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're keeping 7 across the board unless otherwise warned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 your time.
6 our time. Yeah.
All right, folks. I will see you Thursday.
All right.
Okay. See you.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye bye.